That reminder that it's not supposed to be easy or fun all the time is something we need to say more of, because we're almost raised in a world that expects pleasure all the time.
That's how you get caught. We're raised in that world because of the commercialism. As we talked about last time, I said when you look at television and those little things in between shows called commercials, commercialism, it's to do one thing, to get your money. They don't mention the price, they mention what you're going to get out of it. They use colors, they use people that are their target audience. They look like you, they act like you, they dress like you. It's not casual. It is very, very well orchestrated. And I do love advertising. I love the integrity of some of the ads and look at the bizarreness of most of them. But it's used to comfort you, to bring in a dopamine dump that if you use that product, it doesn't matter what it costs, I'm going to feel good. So you have to be very, very careful. The game doesn't stop. It's a constant, constant assault to tell you what to do, how to do, why to do it, and what will happen if you don't.
And it's all lies to make you scared, really. It goes back to fogging.
Most of it is. The funny thing is, it's not all lies because there has to be enough truth in it to hook you in. One truth and two lies, you're going to want the truth and not believe the lies are there because you heard a truth that your value system believes with. The biggest thing now is this huge disparity in this country over the political parties. There's not a news site out there that doesn't blame the other side for everything. People are sick of it. But where do you go? Where do you go and what you do? If you think for 1 second that the newscasters on these major sites just got up in the morning and got dressed and they say what they want, hell no. Everything. Yeah, I joke and say if you're on Fox News long enough, your hair's going to be blonde. You're going to have blonde hair. It's just how that is. It's really funny. Yeah, I've seen it happen over the years. I don't mind. I watch Fox News. I don't care about that. But they lie too. They're told what to wear, what to say, what to present. It's all very, very controlled because it's a huge corporation. Is Fox News smarter than CNN, MSNBC, BBC? I don't know. I watch all of them occasionally to see what they're presenting with. What are you leading with? And when you see them all lead with the same thing, look at where they go and then how they split it up.
Yeah, there's a lot less reasonableness and just journalistic integrity. And now it's much more inflame people to force them to choose a side.
It's because we are at the end of an era where you just naturally were a side. That it's just you believed in the value system. Now value systems, you can't find it. How you mentioned the other oh, this is funny, I gotta tell you this. You mentioned the other day that things just felt backwards, and
Mm-hmm.
I've given thought to that. So, well, I'm coming out of Starbucks, and I thought, "Why do my pants keep crawling up my rear? What is go" I look and I have them on backwards. Now, I thought that is such a symbol of what Linda was talking about. I did it unconsciously. I was half asleep getting ready to go to town, and the back looks like the front, except for the little tag. And I cut most of the tags out because I hate them. So, yeah, I thought, I'm just going to leave it like that and see what happens. Well, nothing happened. Nobody really knew it because it wasn't jeans. You can't really wear those backwards. It's the pants where the front and the back look pretty much the same, except for more fabric in the back. But it was a symbol of that. It really symbol, and I get these symbols. I see things, and I think you do too. And try to not ignore the symbols. Try to look at the things that nature and spirit is showing you. The books they show you, the people you meet. I love talking to people when I go to town. I talked about everybody. People in the grocery stores that are there all the time. I know them, they know me. Those are called business relationships. They're not my first circle. They're not coming to my house. They don't get to know things about me, but it's congenial and talking to strangers, the safe ones, is wonderful because you don't know. I always say, how are you? How's your family? How's your dogs, cats, parrots, lizards, whatever, hamsters, whatever. And I do care to know how people are, but rarely does anybody go, oh my God, let me tell you. And they'll say, how are you, Zoli? I say, I'm always good, no matter how I am. I'm always good because I may not know it, but I am. So I like to uplift people, but not by dumping my stuff on them, pants backwards or not. I try to stay formal, I try to stay kind, and I try to present a consistency in my life. So that's how I have changed. I joke, I say I've become my mother. Oh my God, I am so my mother. But she was a great lady, so I aspire to that.
It sounds like she led a good example for you.
She did, and she suffered for it too. Boy, did she ever. She was a Scorpio, and she really stood for her value system, and she would stand against Patton's army to believe in it and to make sure that you learned it. And she kind of did a lot of times. She was born in Memphis, but raised in Milwaukee. She was called herself a Midwest girl. She had a distinct value system. Then she moves to Birmingham, where you can't have a different value system. Oh my God. The Deep South is Deep South. There's so many skeletons in the closet, the house blows up. It's just what it is. Kind of funny.
Well, that would be quite a different culture shock for her, especially back when she was having children.
Yeah, she was born in 1920, and those times very, very different, very different. But I watched my parents adapt, go through change. They were amazing human beings, and I honor them more now because I understand more about them because they're on the other side, and I do see them and talk to them. They don't have the karmic drama and the emotions they did. To me, they're all love. It's it's hugely, hugely beautiful thing for me to see. They are all love.
That is a beautiful transition for you to see them go through and to experience for yourself.
Yeah, they dropped all the stuff. Just all the stuff goes away, so that's what you have to look forward to. Do your work now and clear as much as you can and develop an inner world and a vision with your auditory and your visual as well as your inner auditory and visual. And you'll see it may be a gradual thing for, but it'll improve your life.
It's such a beautiful and simple way you put it. And it's not something you have to go all in about. It's just a quiet learning and processing for yourself throughout your life.
I think so. And as you age, your negative and positive traits will accentuate. They want expression. So you're going to have to choose what you express and what you don't. And you can only do that by having a vibrant, tactile inner life and to let that walk in front of you where you become your beloved and you treat yourself with a dignity that you want to treat other people with. Where is the word wholesomeness now? What about dignity? What about respect? I don't know if I'm authentic. I'm not all the time because I'm a person. I aspire to be, but these values that we think we're going to get just by because we deserve them, these are abstract ideals that are out there in the stars that we aspire to. We want to be more loving, accepting, accepted. We want to be wholesome, have a good life. Those things are out there and you have to grab them in a way. You have to find a way to bring it into your life. But to do it, there's the word authentically. Do it in a way that's got some meat on the bones where it'll last.